Hello, everybody, and welcome to Shit We Like, episode 4. Yeah, to quote Lane.
To the digital escape.
To quote Lane, are we still doing these? Yeah. Today we're going back to Digimon because it's been like 2 weeks and we're behind a little bit. Work and life got in the way. But yeah, so if you're watching this on YouTube, which, most of you are, don't forget to go to twitch.tv/thatoverkill guy. The link will be in the description below to watch live and participate in the question and answer segment at the end of the podcast that we have every time we do this. Don't forget to go ahead and give this video a like and subscribe and all that fun stuff. I'm not good at this type of marketing. I'm a streamer, not a YouTuber. But we're going to get right into the episode here. Episode 5 and 6 of Digimon 2020. God, episode 5 was just all expedition, though.
Episode 5 is exposition with a side order of evolution.
Yeah, with one evolution fight. Not a bad one, though. But it starts off with them reaching that shrine. And, like the text on the screen starts, the text on the block they're looking at starts glowing. And it reads, feel my words.
So, of course, Ty reaches up and starts molesting it.
As you do.
And thus, that feather we keep seeing every episode shows up and begins to speak.
And it's like it's a Digimon that even I don't even know what it is.
I'm not sure. I would have to go look it up, but it's one of the more obscure holy Digimon.
We really should have Googled it. We didn't do our due diligence.
Oh, some dude's gonna be angry in our comics going over the vast lore of this Digimon no one's heard of. Look, if I don't know about the Digimon, it's pretty obscure.
Yeah, well, you know what? I'll give it that one. I'll give you that one. For me, if it's not a gun in a video game. So they...
then you must really like Deputymon.
Is he a gun?
He's literally a gun.
Oh. Is he like Megatron?
No, I mean, like, his central body is a Colt revolver, and then he has legs and arms coming out of it.
Oh. So someone go up behind him and go, give me a hug, and boom! His brains get fired out through the barrel of the gun.
No, I think his head is just above the rotating chamber. I'll have to go look at him again.
Then they do like a weird flashback to like the darkness and the light fighting. And
if you've ever read a fantasy book, you know exactly what's going on and exactly how this is going to end.
And this is where I was lost, so I said to Armorhide, looks like you're taking over the podcast today, because I was way out of the loop.
Because they explained how long ago there was a war between the bad guys and the good guys, who are, of course, devils and angels, because they have to hammer it home.
Hey, it's a kid's show. They have to make it simple.
Oh, and helping the holy Digimon were 7 mega level Digimon that by sheer coincidence look like all the mega forms of the current cast. They even stopped and have like Agumon focusing on War Greymon and Biomon focusing on Hoomon. And so on and so forth. And explain that this war was so tragic for both sides that no one lived.
No, they used all their energy and reverted back to eggs.
Well, the 7 or 8 megas of the Digidestin did. All the Holy Digimon are just straight up gone, except
Oh,
for the recording in that feather.
yeah.
I think it's what was left was used to preserve the Digidestin Digimon, so that way when the evil showed up, they would have something waiting.
Yeah. Huh. Not bad. Weird story.
Typical
But
prophecy, but
yeah.
it
And then
was
Agumon
popular
starts
for a
crying
reason.
for no reason.
What was that?
And then Agumon started crying for no reason.
Oh yeah, when he saw his previous self die, he felt sad.
I'm
And
like,
Ty's like, "Why are you crying?" And I'm like, "Ty, that was him like 5 minutes ago." How would you like it if you died, came back, and then were forced to rewatch your death?
I wouldn't like that. That'd be bad.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a circle of hell somewhere.
um, and then this is where they were attacked by the spiders.
Yeah, the bad guy started showing up. Ogremon riding Cordramon, who is my favorite. How dare they use Cordramon as a bad guy?
I
How
still think
dare
he's
you,
mind
Toei?
controlled.
That's probably because he's not mascotty enough.
Not mascotty enough. He's a fucking ogre. Leave him alone.
No, not the ogre. The blue dragon the ogre was riding.
Oh, I thought it was the ogre that you were upset
Nah.
about.
No, he's always a bad guy. He's never not a bad guy.
And then they fight, and then there's also like a fight with and also Izzy is stuck in Waymon,
Yeah,
and then
Izzy is still on the surface level net, as they called it, where Ty and them were in the first episode,
yeah,
and he gets eaten by Jonah's whale.
and then like he's just in there hugging Tetris pieces.
Even Tetramon's like, Izzy, why aren't you freaking out? You're in a giant monster stomach. He's like, I
I
still
got
got
Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi.
It's not bad. I got Wi-Fi. 5 bars. I've had worse. Ever been in an airport?
So after that exposition dump, we get another exposition dump from,
God.
or
Many.
was that second exposition dump about the different time things? Oh no, that was next episode, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, because the Dorkumon, the spiders, showed up and covered the Rainbow Kano in web so they couldn't escape. And then Izzy, using his 6 CSI tricks to zoom and enhance the pictures, found out that the Digimon are being controlled by Sound Birdmon, a bird that emits sound.
And also looks like a bat and not a bird.
Yeah, it's Sound Birdmon, the screeching bat Digimon.
I'm
That
so confused. I don't know why they just call it Sound Batmon, but sure.
Screechmon, and then you could have brought in the Saved by the Bell fandom.
Oh my god. Have him voiced by Screech. Oh, wait, he's in jail.
Hey, you can still do it, just over the phone.
Oh, that would be even funnier. Just in the background.
I'm sure there's a Screech impressionist somewhere on the internet.
Oh, there has to be, right? With how popular that show was, yeah. And
even Saban copied that show.
oh my
He looked at
Uh,
Gridman and said, "Hey, I wonder if I can turn this into Saved by the Bell."
and then after they started fighting, like the spider. No, the sharks are there's like the Sharkmon that are attacking Waymon, and they're like suicide bombing it. And eventually they had to get out by tickling its uvula, and then it like went out through the blowhole, and they got out, and we get
And amongst the fight, Izzy got his Digivolution,
well
and
before that
Tentomon turned into a JoJo character.
well before that we found out that Tentamon is a coward and didn't want to fight, and then as Izzy was about to fucking die, he's just like, well, fuck it, I guess I'll shoot lightning. Like, bitch, you can shoot lightning?
He's like, "I don't like fighting, but if I don't fight, Izzy dies. I guess I'll just deal with it."
Yeah. Like, bitch, you shoot lightning.
Don't you pay attention to type advantages?
Yeah, because they are sharks. But to Digivolve, Izzy's holding the Digivice out, and Tentamon goes to like grab Izzy, and it looks like he's like about to smash the Digivice with his claw, and I'm just like, well, now it's
And
broken.
that would have been a great twist to the episode, as if he accidentally smacks the Digivice out of Izzy's hand,
Yeah,
and they have to scramble to get it back.
he has to like dive bomb through the air. It's like, oh no! And he picks it up. Then they Digivolve. It's like, don't do that again. Bad.
Bad dog.
Just whack. Then we get Izzy's transformation from I can't remember, from Tentamon to something else. I can't remember the name of the actual Digimon.
Abuterimon.
Abuterimon. And then we get a pretty fucking sick fight scene, which ends in a Kamehameha Big Bang attack.
I think it was called like Mega Blaster too. Something like that.
It was weird.
I'm not as well versed on my Japanese attack names as I am with the English dub attack names.
Well, we could call it the English dub names. It doesn't really matter.
Oh, well, he fires a giant electroshocker.
Ah, what a shock.
I know. This electric type attack uses 4 stamina.
Yeah. And then, so they kill the Soundbirdmon. And then all the sharks are like, well, fuck this, I'm out.
Yeah, because he's not forcing us to fight anymore, so why are we going to keep going?
Yeah, I'm gonna go, fuck this, I'm taking a nap. And then, so then he relays the information that if you fucking disintegrate this fucking bat, which, you know, should be obvious. Like, I don't
Once you see the bat is there, it's obvious. It might not be obvious if you aren't aware of the bat's presence.
I just realized that this Digimon season is just Digimon season 2 without the rings.
Yeah, kinda. There's no black spires and no chokers to put on them.
Yeah.
Yet.
I wonder if they'll make a season 2, like a remake of season 2. If they do, I wonder if they'll make a season 3. Instead of using cards, they use like apps.
They already did that. That's called Applemon.
Shut up! That doesn't exist.
Yes, it does.
Shut up! It doesn't exist.
Look, if I have to acknowledge Cross Wars, you can acknowledge Applemon.
No, I don't have to acknowledge shit. I'm an individual.
It happened. You didn't like it, apparently, but it happened.
Cross Wars was also fucking horrible.
Yes.
That'll be on our spin-off podcast. Shit we hate.
Oh, we're gonna have to. You're gonna have to let me comb over every detail of the Percy Jackson movie.
Oh no, no.
It'll be a 2-hour movie, but a 5-hour podcast.
It's like that. It's like the podcast I'm watching now. Like, I'm going off on a tangent here. Well, no big surprise. Going off on a tangent. I'm watching Loading Ready Runs podcast. They're doing a podcast every week for all the James Bond movies, and they're talking about the James Bond movies all the way up into the new James Bond movie that's coming out.
I'm still behind. I think the last one I saw was Casino Royale.
Yeah, it does. Well, like they're doing them all in order,
Including the original Casino Royale?
including the original Casino Royale. Like they started with the first James Bond movie, and now they're on the 5th James Bond movie. Like they're on the 5th episode, the one that's really bad, the one where they dressed Sean Connery to look like an Asian, with the eye makeup and everything.
That sounds problematic.
Just a little, but yeah, it's. I've been watching that, and that's wonderful. Great show. So yeah, they go to fight the spiders, and Agumon uses Baby Flame, and it hits the spider web, and the spider web starts vibrating like piano strings. And for some reason, they all like have like a collective stroke that they can't get through. And I'm like, in my head, I was just yelling internally, going, just Digivolve. Just Digivolve. Just Digivolve. Stop. Please. Stop. Like,
that was different than what I was thinking. I kept thinking, that's not how pianos work.
I mean, they kind of work like that. You have to strike them with a hammer. That's what the keys do.
No, but if you scream at piano strings, they won't make them immune to fire.
I mean, yeah, you're right.
Oh, so wait, that sound Birdmon, is one of its attacks the brown note?
It could be. It could just take a massive shit.
No, it yells and everyone else starts shitting their pants.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you know, that's one way to deal with it, I guess. And then, yeah, so then Sora almost dies, but then gets saved. That's when they decide that they want to fight instead of just staring at the fucking webs like a bunch of idiots. And then they...
Bergermon.
Yeah, they get Bergermon.
Bergermon to Bergermon and drills through the web.
Was there something before that? There was something before that, right? No?
Maybe going back to like what Izzy was up to, but
I think
because I think it was cutting back and forth between the two fights.
Yeah. And then
I think after that is when they went to Izzy and Izzy started to be all tsundere.
Right, yeah, he's just like, I love you. And he's like, what? Did you say something? No. I didn't say anything.
No, Baka. It's like, I'm pretty sure you were talking about me. No, I wasn't.
Stop saying such weird things. Yeah, it was weird. Yeah, then they have a sky battle and a land battle. So Bergermon is fighting, I can't remember what it was. The thing that you like. They're fighting that.
Well, that's at the end of the next episode.
Oh, is it? At the end of this episode?
Yeah, so now we're going on to episode 6, where at the beginning...
No, because Greymon fights the spiders.
Yeah, that was while Bergermon was doing her thing, I think.
Oh, okay. And then, yeah, then it just cuts to episode 6, and then... Like, basically, there's just like an abrupt cut. And it's like, to be continued, basically.
And episode 6 starts with them being hungry, so they find some pumpkins growing on trees.
And that's where you see the image that's on the right side of the screen there is Mimi hiding in a bush going, haha, I've caught them now.
Or as I'm gonna call it, creep me.
And she does
She
this thing.
uses Palamon's tentacle powers to trap them all because they're fruit thieves.
Yeah, it's like, you're here to steal our fruit, and it's just like, no, no, I'm not. I'm right here. Like, I guess yes, I am technically.
We're not here to steal your fruit to be mean. We're just hungry.
And then they realize that they're being attacked by Bordramon or something like that.
Well, you see, like, Ogremon with his Cordramon steed go to the Bordramon, and he opens his hand, and then there's a little, Soundbirdmon, and it
Yeah,
starts taking control of them. And then it cuts to them talking to Mimi, and we get Mimi's story. And this is where Izzy comes with even more exposition, explaining that time passes much faster in the digital world.
yeah. So
So,
like, everyone is moving in. Like, he shows a video of a news of the news, and they're like, "Oh, it's paused. Why'd you just hit play?" And they're like, "This isn't paused." And look at his arm, and it's like, his arm is like barely moving, like super slow. Like, slow mo guys would love this type of slow motion. And Mimi starts like having like a meltdown. Basically, it's like, oh my god, how long have I been in here then? And did they mention the fact that she was there before the other two? Like, Mimi was there first.
yeah, I think something like that, or she may have showed up at the same time, but then was just by herself longer
because
because
because Ty and
Sora
Izzy.
landed in relatively the same space.
Well, no, I'm thinking Mimi came in at the same time. Ty and Izzy originally came to the digital world and then got sent back.
Maybe.
And then, because Ty and Izzy were in the real world, time was going super slow for them, for Mimi. So Mimi aged like a month in the digital world, but it only lasted like a day in the real world before they went back to the digital world, before the two of them went back to the digital world with Sora. And that's what I think that's what they were alluding to, is that Sora's been there for a long time. That's why she has so many. That's why she has Palamon and all the pre-evolutions of Palamon there with her.
Tanemon.
What?
I think they're called Tanemon.
Tanemon?
Yep.
And that's why they're there, is that she's like, that's why there's 73 of them. Is that she's been amassing them. And it's just like, okay. I that's what I thought of the situation, was that she's been there for a while, and they don't really know the gravitas of the situation. But then they hear the sound of stampeding. No, first Mimi, they go. Mimi sees Izzy fixes the time dilation, and Mimi sees her grandfather being a doctor, and starts crying, and then wants to go back to the real world, but they can't. So,
And seeing how hard her grandfather is working to counteract the blackouts that are happening all over Tokyo so people can have power, she says, I need to just stop hiding around and I need to help.
yeah. And then TK and Sora join the party as 73 and 74, and then they eat, I guess, off screen, because they don't eat on screen. And Then we have a battle. We have like a prep. We don't have a preparation scene, but we see them. We saw a wall form around, like a wall of dirt that is surrounding the trees with one gap in the middle of it. And then you hear the sound of stampeding, and it's time for to fight. We get our mandatory Greymon evolution, and Greymon becomes immediately useless and then immediately useful, like within seconds of each other.
He gets tossed up, and they're like, "Ha! Now we don't have to worry about him." And then he just lands back down on top of them.
No, he shoots a fireball straight down onto their fucking spines.
Spine, my one weakness.
And then he's like, "Oh, 2 down," and then they're like, "Oh, 2 left to go," and then he jumps down, and then we get the Bergermon henshin. I'm gonna call it henshin because I don't like calling it Shikai.
Chica.
And then we get the Bergermon henshin, and then Bergermon goes and fights the dragon dude, beats the fuck out of the dragon dude. Dragon dude lands on top of the other guys. Haha, kill stealed.
So is that kill stealing bitch?
Yeah, fuck you, you kill stealing fucktard.
Those are my minions.
you can't do that to me. And then we see what was it? Oh, then we see the drill guy. Drillmon? Drill.
No, it's not Drillmon. It's like
it starts with drill. It's DRIL something. I'm gonna Google this.
The big white and purple mole with the drill for a nose.
Yeah.
Anyone who's watched Digimon knows what I'm talking about.
It's the one that you see the guy on the left that shows up. The big buff dude I have up there on the screen, that guy, he shows up.
Yeah, and he shows up digging underground, so bypassing all their defenses to just attack Mimi directly.
And then
Palmon
we get
fighting.
like we get a pretty decent fight scene with the baby form, not baby form, but what
child form.
What?
Child
form. We get a pretty good child form fight, which ends up with her data being corrupted. And I made the joke of quick, close your Chrome tabs, you're running out of RAM. Because she's fading away.
Like old ladies with cell phones.
Yeah, she's about to die, basically. And it happens to be that at that same time, that's the unlock for her henshin, and we get Punchy Cactusmon.
And then we proceed to play the One Punch Man theme in our head, because the show won't.
One punch. I've been hit with the copyright strike. And
the cactus shows up and proceeds to start throwing needles at things.
No, the cactus punches the drill on its face, like a boxing glove versus a drill, and the drill
boxing
loses.
Glove wins.
Yeah, and the drill loses.
Because Togemon's feelings are more powerful than reality.
Yeah, and then we get
Digimon, we don't have to explain it.
Then jumps up in the air, punches it a few times, begins to throw its needles all over the place. And
Which I love the Japanese name for that attack.
What was it? Bang needle?
There was like spiky boom boom.
Oh yeah, spiky like something boom boom. Yeah.
Prickly boom boom.
It's weird. It was weird. It was a weird time. It was the weirdest of times.
The fight ends with the Shoryuken just uppercuts that dude off his feet and out of there.
Yeah, just gone. And then we get a cute little cutscene of the other guy losing his horn.
Oh, and yeah, Ogremon, apparently during that fight his horn got knocked off. And now he's mad.
And then fade to black. And yeah. Not bad. Not a bad episode.
But yeah, this show so far hasn't been like outstandingly amazing, but it's still been a pretty decent Digimon show.
It's no BNA. Like, I still think BNA is the superior show that we've been watching recently.
True, in terms of just critical like writing, BNA is better.
Yeah.
But Digimon's trying real hard.
Well, Digimon's trying to be both a children's show and also a young adult show, where BNA is literally an adult show. So,
yeah, that might be the problem with the modern one. It's trying too hard to be super kid-friendly, but also super serious. Yeah, and it hasn't quite figured out how to walk that line yet.
It's the Kamen Rider Ghost. It's like...
No, it's not that bad.
But with better writing. But it's like
Kamen Rider Ghost had writing?
It's like Kamen Rider Ghost. Like, I will put that out there. It's like Kamen Rider Ghost. Kamen Rider Ghost had child themes and a young adult themes, but the writing was terrible. And like, so this is like Kamen Rider Ghost, but with better writing. And yeah, because like all the other Kamen Riders are young adult shows, but they tried to make Ghost like a child's show, like Baby's first Kamen Rider. It was weird. But if you want to talk about Kamen Rider, you should go to Radio Sentai Cast Ranger. All in all, I think that this episode, this series so far, is very intriguing, and I want to know where they're gonna go with it, because they're going really, for a show that's only going to be 12 episodes long, they're going really slow. And
I think they're banking on Digimon to be popular enough to get them the views to greenlight a second season.
I think so. I think they're waiting. I think what they're gonna do, they're doing the whole 7 Deadly Sins thing, because 7 Deadly Sins, the first season was 12 episodes long. It got immediately renewed after its 12 season run, and then it got a 24 episode second season, and then a movie. And that's what I'm thinking what's going to happen with Digimon is they're just hoping that Digimon hits this boom that the other Digimon haven't hit. And that's why like the other Digimons haven't really been like all that popular, the newer ones. I guess the newest one was actually okay. Season 6 or 7, whatever the one it was. The one with the Agumon had arm straps.
That was 5, and that was like 4 seasons ago.
Oh god, that was the last one I watched.
Because after that was Crosswords, then Crosswords Hunters, and then the spin-off where they wanted to try to get in on that Yokai Watch money and be a little more experimental, and did Applemon.
Okay, Applemon didn't exist, but that's okay.
No, it existed. It was just an experiment that didn't go over well, but they were just trying something new.
And then, the last one I watched was the season 5 one. The one with
Savers.
Yeah, and it was okay. It was okay. I didn't
really
like Agumon's
Savers.
voice.
I will defend it.
I didn't like Agumon's voice. Sounded like Agumon who had the smoking problem. But it was okay. I wonder if they dubbed it.
They did.
Maybe I should watch
it. Came over as Digimon Data Squad.
Data Squad. I might watch the first 5 episodes, because the first 5 episodes of the show were actually pretty good. And then it started like getting a little more downhilly after that.
I liked the second half of the show because the arc was them having to fight the Royal Knights. And that's always cool.
Yes, yeah. It's hard to remember everything I've watched in the last like 10 years.
Because media consumption has gone so out of control, there's no way to ever consume it all.
In the last 7 months since coronavirus has started, I have watched more TV and streamed more than I have in the last 11 years of me doing Twitch. Because there's just nothing to do. Usually I'm like, oh, I'll go out and like take my wheelchair out and go out into a park or something and, you know, use my phone and hang out at a park with my niece and nephew or go to a movie or something. But now it's just like, I can't go anywhere. I'm trapped. I'm in a jail cell of my room. Send help.
Send escorts.
Send escorts. Yeah, sure. That's a good way to spread corona.
The war mask.
I'm gonna need more than a mask. I'm gonna need like a full body shield.
No, just hose yourself down with Lysol after you're done.
Oh my god, yeah. So yeah. Yeah, I honestly think that Digimon, this series, as soon as everyone starts getting, as soon as we get the Digidestined together, I think this show is going to become, like, top tier. Like, I really do think that it's going to become a really good show. And the reason why it's going slow right now, I guarantee you the last episode 12 or 11, we're going to have a Digidestined fight. And that's when we're going to see, like, episode 12 is going to end with Ultimates. That's what I think.
Sorry to side rail, but one of my Temtems is evolving.
No, not your Temtem.
Yeah, now he's Machoke, or he went from Machoke to Machamp.
All right, everybody. That's it for the podcast today. Don't forget that if you are watching this on YouTube, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. But if you are at all interested in following me on Twitch, you can go to twitch.tv/that Armorhide guy, that Overkill guy.
Is that our fusion when we do the fusion dance?
Yes, this is gonna be like twitch.tv/that Armorhide AK. Twitch.tv/that Overkill guy. You can also go to twitch.tv/Armorhide AK. He streams occasionally as well. He's been streaming a lot of Path of Exile. So by a lot I mean like maybe once a month. Or once a week.
I might start streaming my grinding sessions on Temtem now that it's got a new update and it gives me a reason to play again.
That's true too. You might stream Temtem. There you go. So don't forget to go hit him. Go get him. We need to get him to 50 followers so he can become an affiliate. Yeah. If you go to twitch.tv/thatoverkillguy, don't forget to follow. And if you are so inclined to subscribe for $4.99, there are a ton of perks that you can get. There's a F in chat emote. There is a my face giving an orgasm. I don't know if you like that or not. There's a GG emote and a few other things you get. You also get ad-free viewing on Twitch and stuff like that. So, with that, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.
Later, folks.